On Mac OS X, how can I monitor what is using my internet connection? I've got a relatively limited broadband connection. I live miles from the nearest exchange, and from time to time net access, but nothing else, slows to a near crawl. I know from a bit of monitoring software that the connection is being fairly heavily used, which would explain it, but I don't know what's using it. There are certainly plenty of things which might. These days there are dozens of apps that will either regularly or infrequently check data or download updates, but how can I find out? I'm happy to pay a small amount of money if needed, though in that case I'd rather it were a recommendation than me just Googling for something.
Little Snitch lets you grant internet access to programs selectively, so you can decide what port numbers and host names an app is allowed to talk to. It is a very handy personal firewall, and one of the first thing I'd install on a new Mac. Preventing apps from phoning home or doing whatever on the internet can be crucial for the privacy-minded.
How about IFTOP? Get via macos, Homebrew, precompiled at 548.
IFTOP usage. Step 0. Install IFTOP via macos or Homebrew. This will also automatically install any dependencies. Step 1. See list of network interfaces on your system. By default IFTOP uses N0, which on Cricket Broadband gives you a blank screen. Step 2. Run IFTOP with different network interfaces until IFTOP works, PPP0 on my system. Step 3. Exit IFTOP by pushing Q.
You can get part of the way there with the following command run from inside a terminal. This will list all the open TCP connections. The first column will list the applications that are making the connection, so you might be able to figure out which is the likely culprit. An example couple lines of output might look like: so I can see that both mail and SSH are using connections. If the solution isn't obvious from this, you can use trace to get some more details. Specifically, check out trace tools, some of which are already installed on your Mac under /user/bin. I think the one you want for your situation is probably either TSnoop or TTOP, which do not seem to be available on the Mac by default, which makes me wonder if there were some porting issues.